We come to the Leader of the Opposition, Kevin Bednall.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I welcome the Prime Minister's latest U-turn? I feel like I say that every week. The reason he U-turns all the time is because he is clueless. He is blowing around like a plastic bag in the wind, no sense of direction whatsoever.
Reform MPs wasted no time calling out Keir Starmer after yet another policy reversal, his 13th U-turn. In a heated exchange inside Parliament, Reform members accused Starmer of being flustered, uncertain, and constantly shifting positions to avoid backlash. The moment quickly went viral as Reform MPs mocked the Labour leader for changing direction yet again, claiming it proved he has no consistent plan and is simply reacting to pressure rather than leading with conviction.
Field allowance, U-turn. Waspy women, U-turn. The two-child benefit cap, U-turn. Grooming gangs inquiry, U-turn. The family farms tax, U-turn. Digital ID, U-turn. Jury trials, U-turn. We hope so. We hope so. I think that's going to be the next one, Mr. Speaker. Week after week, these poor people sitting behind him have to defend the indefensible, only for him to U-turn a few days later. Mr. Speaker, one of his cabinet ministers told a journalist, "We are so unpopular at the moment, I've come to the conclusion it's worth rolling the dice on a new leader." They're right, aren't they?
Mr. Speaker, here's the difference. I changed my party, and that's why we stand here with a majority Labour government. She sits there with her party that lost 2/3 of their MPs at the last election, and she's losing more every week. They're queuing up to join the member of Clacton's laundry service for disgraced Tory politicians. She had Nadeem Zahawi in to ask his advice, how to change and how to save her party. Please don't tell me she listened to his accountant. The next day after the advice, he jumped ship to Reform, the 23rd former Tory MP to do so. I don't know which is more pitiful, the flood of former Tory MPs deserting her sinking ship, or the Reform Party so desperate to launder any old failed Tory politician.
The tension inside the chamber escalated sharply when one Reform MP stood up and directly confronted Keir Starmer, accusing the Labour leader of having run out of excuses after yet another change in policy direction. The MP argued that Starmer appeared to be rewriting his own positions in real time, shifting his stance depending on the political pressure of the moment. In the clip, Starmer looks visibly irritated as he attempts to respond, but his comments are overshadowed by loud reactions from the Reform bench. Several MPs can be seen laughing and shaking their heads, suggesting that they view his latest reversal as just one more example of inconsistency. The moment grows more uncomfortable for Starmer as interruptions intensify, with Reform members insisting that repeated U-turns are damaging public confidence. They argue that constant changes send mixed signals on key issues and make it harder for voters to understand where Labour truly stands. Analysts observing the exchange noted that Starmer seemed momentarily unsettled, pausing several times as the heckling continued. Political commentators say this episode will likely deepen ongoing criticism that Starmer is overly cautious, often reluctant to commit to firm positions, and quick to retreat when confronted. For Reform MPs, the incident provides fresh material to portray Starmer as unreliable, and they are already framing this U-turn as evidence of weak leadership as the political atmosphere continues to intensify ahead